been out giving back to the community today, cutting hair for the kids, back to school, giving out hot dogs or glitchies as they call it today, Kendrick, but not hot dogs anymore.
That's good, man. At least something got accomplished today. Not Wings basketball. Yeah, at least some got accomplished today. Not Wings basketball. The Wings get rolled again from back-to-back games by the second best team in the league, the Golden State Valkyrie, and then get run by the best team in the league.
Yeah, and the thing that hurts the most about that loss is that you were physically in the building for that game, and that's what they gave you.
Yeah. But listen, man. This is Hey, man, you get what you pay for. The Wings stink. Now I've lost 5 out of the last 6. It's coming out of the All-Star break. Coach Jose is apparently since the last presser, he's jumped out the foxhole and just put it all on the players. Got to get themselves out of it, and more bad news for the Wings fans out there. The Wings are now 0-3 without Ace Flood in the lineup. The Wings are shooting 23.9% from 3 this season when AZ doesn't play. Wow. That would be the lowest 3-point percentage by a team in a season. That would be the lowest 3-point percentage by a team in a season in WNBA history. Not only when AZ doesn't play, you're a bad basketball team, you're making history. Historic numbers of being a bad basketball team. So, that goes to the point where Coach Jose, not starting her to start the season, not only playing her 15 minutes, thinking he can rely on his vets and just mismanaging minutes and mismanaging players. This goes to show you, man. The old saying, man. You can't shine shit. No matter.
Isn't that what Vince McMahon told Mankind?
Yeah, can't shine shit. No matter how you try to dress it up, you can't polish your turd.
Vince McMahon told Foley.
Well, 103.
Bad coach, bad roster. I don't know if I want to say it's a bad roster. I think the minutes, the way the team is played is bad. So I think that goes back to
it's made to look like a bad roster because it has a bad coach coaching it. Like I said, I think it's more out there for the Dallas Wings. More players out there. But listen, shout out to Zaza. She had a pretty good game. Actually, they let her play today.
Daryl is 0-5 without either Page or AZ. 19-9 with him.
Yeah, but boy, hey, Enrique, her minus 26. Yeah, wow, I got something from Lexia about Enrique. What's the coach Fernandez? He said, take Enrique with you and go away from the Dallas Wings. Kurt Miller, we need a serious coach who wants to win, not an arrogant clown who's never won anything. He put up Enrique's plus minus tonight. Minus 26.
This may not go over well, Kendrick, but I think this needs to be said. I think Kurt Miller needs to look at hiring a female coach and not another male coach if we change our coaches again. I don't want to see another male coach on this team. I don't know if he feels the way about female coaches, but I think we need a female coach here in the Dallas Wings.
Yeah, listen, I'm a female, whoever it is. I just need to find the right coach because the Wings still don't have it. This is not 2 strikes in a row. You got the last. Listen,
and that's the first time coach he's brought in.
Yeah, the Coach K. Excuse me. The first coach brought in was what over his head, but at least he had a plan. But you can see that the game was too much for him. This level of coaching was too much for him. And now you got this guy, Coach Hernandez, and the game is too much for him. But you'll never know that from him because he believes, boy, he knows he's got all the plans, even though he doesn't really coach. I mean, Walt, while you was cutting hair, while you was cutting hair on Walt, the Minnesota Lynx,
I prefer the term giving back to the
7-0 run in the first quarter. When doing that 7-0 run, Coach Jose was sitting on his ass. I put that on there. Yeah, nice 7-0 run with Coach Jose sitting on his ass just watching. And he found, I guess one of the assistant coaches baited dozen and say, maybe you need to call timeout.
I actually watched the game while I was cutting hair today. I had the TV.
And then what it called? Go ahead. Yeah, and then and guess what? After he got up and started actually doing a little bit of coaching, the Wings actually had a nice first quarter, had the lead. And then Coach Hernandez, Coach Jose went to sitting on his ass again, and then as they say, the pigs were led to slaughter. From now by Caleb McBride, and that leads me to this, Walt.
Career high.
I see Caleb McBride, today. And I see a lot what Azzi could be. Career high 10-3. What Azzi Fudd can be if she had good coaching, but she doesn't have her because Azzi Fudd just sits in the corner. It's an indictment on Coach Hernandez because you see what Caleb McBride is, what kind of player she is. She's an elite defensive player, and she's an elite 3-point shooter.
Is Jose trying to get fired?
The Minnesota, I put this on.
It looks that way.
I don't know I hope he does get fired. The way the Minnesota Lynx uses Caleb McBride is the same way I would love the Wings to use Azzi Fudd, running her off actions, off Iverson cuts, some pick and roll action on the top of the key, getting her open for a shot. There's ways you can do something if you are a comparable coach, but we don't have that here. We have an idiot who sits up there and blames everybody, has no accountability. Nobody. It's never his fault. He didn't do nothing. They see this player selfish, or they're not doing what they need to do. And I'm sick of a guy who sits up there and wants to play tough guy, doing the post pressers or the media pressers, but he cut punk. And actually out of the game, the one thing he actually getting paid to do is coach, and he's too coward enough to even do that. He doesn't call plays much. He doesn't like to call plays. He just like to see his team just go out for themselves. Then what the hell do we need you for, brother? I mean, what are we? What do we? I mean, I can go out there and do that. I mean, my armchair quarterback self. I mean, what do we actually need you for? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Is coach? That's that. I'm call plays. That's what they got you in there to do. You, Coach Jose. I see the reason why the guy was in Tampa, in South Florida all those years, and you heard nothing about him, except if you were a diehard college basketball fan. You never heard nothing about him. And I'm seeing the reason why. It was a wrong hire, and you seeing the results of it. Point blank, period. I don't see much for this team. Listen, the good news is the Wings are still in comfortably with a 5.5 lead, 5.5 game lead over Portland and also Phoenix. But the bad news is the way this team is swooning with another bad week. As we've seen, this team went from 4th or possibly was at 3rd to 8th. Another bad week and a half. That could possibly get away from them, and they could ultimately not even make the playoffs. It's not out of possibility that could happen. Phoenix has made a good trade. They're playing good basketball. Portland is playing decent basketball, especially at home. I'm not saying it's a guarantee that they will miss the playoffs, but the way this team's playing, you see what's Jessica being out. We still don't know. They just read the stat line. They're not won a game with her not playing. Now Jessica's out. Now you have to rely on simply Paige, and now Enrique's gone back to her Shimothy Hardaway self, or shell of a Shimothy Hardaway self, and she I guess has forgotten how to even look at
Enrique not taking a lot of shots the last 2 games without Azzi.
Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Yeah, because AZ's not there. So now the brunt of the defense are, and like I said before, Walt Monquel, they've played 2 of the 3 top defenses in back-to-back games with Minnesota and with Golden State, and they've locked her down. All this Enrique hype and Enrique love. Yeah, man, listen, it's been a great soldier over the years, but Walt alliterated to it. The only way that Paige and AZ are going to actually get better as a duo, she's got to be off the team. And I'm so not just Coach Jose's got to be, because he's never going to let young players thrive in his system. You see what he's doing outside. He loves his vets because with his vets, he don't have to do much because they've been around the league so much, so they cover up for some of his lacking as being a game manager out there. So that's basically why he likes vets out there instead of young players, because with younger players, he actually had to get off his ass and coach. And we know Coach Jose don't like to coach. He just like to sit up there and be a tough guy in the post-game presser, like he's actually doing something out there when everybody knows he's not doing a damn thing. But yeah, listen, but we saw this coming. They weren't going to win this game up in Minnesota. Minnesota's the best team in basketball. They showed it. They played around with the Dallas Wings in the first half, but they figured out, hey, these are the Dallas Wings. We've owned them for the last few years. We own them this year. And if we meet them in the playoffs, we're going to own them again. And now the Wings move on to Toronto, back home at Toronto in the friendly confines of the CPC, to face another team trying to make a run at the postseason, Matrina and the Toronto Tempo, and we'll see how that goes. If the Wings, the way they're playing, don't botch that game. But like I said before, they got 2 more coming up against the Indiana Fever. They also got Golden State this week, so don't look for too much action as far as them figuring it out. Like the coach wants to idiotically say it in the post-game presser last Friday. So it's tough times, and like I said, we don't know the status of Jessica. She twisted her ankle pretty bad. It turned over pretty bad, and she was gone. So we don't know how much time she's going to be missing. And it's the walking wounded out there. And like I said, you don't have a coach to in the foxhole to get you out of it, to help get you out of it, because he's tucking his tail and running and hiding like any coward in the wind. So there you go.
Should we take a look at the lowlights or highlights here?
Oh, there's no need to say hi. I mean, unless you were high watching this game, that's the only way you're able to get through it.
All right.
This series 3-0 in the previous matchup.
Kendrick is definitely fired up.
Thank goodness thank goodness we don't see the Wings play till Wednesday. Thank goodness we don't see the Wings playing till Wednesday. But hey, they say everybody's going through this. I mean, everybody's playing a lot of minutes. Everybody's going through. Even though the Wings have not played a back-to-back, except one time this season, that was a manner back-to-back because of travel delay so-called travel delay by the New York Liberty. So if you look at time spent, the Wings have had a pretty nice schedule this season. Oh, look at her. This bad defense, Enrique, and Elena not talking. That's kind of pretty bad. Look at this girl. Hey, she's already wrapped up the Rookie of the Year. Look like she's trying to do more.
It's not even
First team
close. It's not even close.
What a pass. First time all WNBA, maybe MVP. Who knows? That's a former Dallas Wing right there. Seemed to find her footing, especially when she plays against the Wings. That's Paige. And listen, Paige's going to get a lot of this now, especially with AZ hurt and not Jessica hurt. She got blitzed a lot today. Getting her off the ball, blitzing them because, listen, much out there. When your best other scoring option when Jessica's out there is Odyssey Sims, and Odyssey Sims was her second best scoring option out there. At points in the game, you know you you don't have really much out there as far as any strategy as far as winning. Being honest, like I said, she had the best offensive game in a while today.
Yeah, well,
you missed a shot, not rebounding.
AZ's out due to poor man, and now Jessica's out due to poor management. There's only one domino left to fall, Kendrick.
Yeah, and if that does fall, you know what? If that does fall, we hope not. But the way she's playing, way she's hit the ground, and like I said, she took a couple tumbles today. She took a couple tumbles today, and she was like really laying on the ground. And if that happens, hey man, we can get back to Tankathon, man. Just get back in this first round, man. Get back in this lottery. Yeah, get back in this lottery, man.
I think Dallas could beat Toronto. I think Dallas could beat Toronto on Wednesday. Depends. Yeah,
you know what, Anna? You know what, Anna? Toronto thinks they can beat Dallas on Wednesday also. Hey, no Hazy, no Jessica. Paige is limping over there. Hey, we might have a chance to come in here and steal a game. Good play by Zaza. I'm a Zaza fan.
A lot of fouling.
I like that coming out of college. I think she got a raw deal. This girl right here, man. When I see Kayla McBride, I see everything that AZ could be if she had good coaching good coaching behind her. But she doesn't. She has Jose Fernandez.
So AZ's ceiling is Kayla Mack. You better guard up, get up on Kayla Mack.
Yeah.
Oh, Maddie, I didn't know Maddie got some running down. I didn't see Maddie running.
It was garbage time in a few minutes in the first half. So
Zaza is a low IQ player, unfortunately.
We saw.
There's a coach who needs to be ashamed of herself.
We saw the Listen, she makes a lot of dumb plays, but there's a lot of vets on this team make a lot of dumb plays. So don't hold that too much.
Kayla Mack.
You got one of the highest paid players on the team. Keeps making dumb fouls and
come on, Paige.
Shot charts over there when she's trying to go 1-on-3 and stuff right there, and then complaining about she didn't get fouled. My goodness, this woman had to go in the night today.
Oh my God,
10-3.
That house is on fire.
Woo. Yeah, man, all of them was going down. Yeah, but Coach, I see Coach Hernandez sitting on his ass over there. He already was out. He already was out, boy. He already checked out.
Okay, here's a shot by Enrique, and she hit it. She hit that shot.
Yeah. That contribute. Yeah, that kept it from being a -29 instead of a -26 she had in a plus-minus. So
it's good to see feedback. It is really good to see feedback.
It's great for feed. It's great feed. She don't have to do much on this team.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, look at that.
What? It kind of goes into. It kind of goes into her standing in the team going into the offseason. Remember, she's going to be a free agent next season. There's something to think about.
Ooh, Kayla Mack coming off the screen.
My goodness. My goodness. Why can't we run 8 sets like that for AZ instead of just standing in the corner for bailout threes?
I think I'm close. I think I just want to say it. Yep. I think the Minnesota Lynx are going to win the championship this year.
Woo!
Hey, Kayla Mack, she hit him with the curry. Hit him with the S dot. Paige just passing the ball. She don't want no parts of this tonight. Tasha Howard.
Paige, like I said, Paige had 23, but it was a tough 23, boy.
Yeah,
it was a tough 23.
And I mean, they kept finding ways to get open, and whenever they found ways to get open, the point guard found them and made them pay for it. Paige is having to do everything out there.
There ain't nothing much behind. Wasn't nothing much. Like I said, Zaza had a good game. Honestly, had a sort of a good game, but that was basically it.
Yeah. Zaza, low IQ player. That's a lot of people on Zaza's case today. They're saying she was taking too many shots today. She was just throwing the ball up. Way to go, Paige.
Why she take? She had to take shots. Who else gonna take them? I mean,
somebody else.
What? Alana's gonna take them?
Yeah, look. Speaking of the devil, look, Alana put that one up. You didn't give Alana credit on that.
Yeah,
she put that one
falling down again. I mean, that woman falls down more than I mean. She must got weak ankles.
No, it kind of looked like look like somebody we know in the Mavericks. The landlord.
this falling.
Falling out. Get up. Just get up, man.
I mean, good grief. Why are you hitting the floor all the time?
Well, listen, for as many points as Caitlin Mack had tonight, at least the Wings were in the game up until about the end of the third quarter. Coming in at fourth, it was bad. And I was telling people at the shop at the barbershop today that, you know what, at this point, you can't even really when it comes to the Dallas Wings now, just let's see what they do in the fourth quarter. Who cares about what they do the first three now? Let's see what they do in the fourth quarter. That's when the rubber meets the road right now for this team. Yeah. Good shot, Paige.
They're a poor fourth quarter team now. So I mean, they're a poor fourth quarter team, so I don't know what you're looking for right there. I mean, good grief. They were poor.
In other news, guys, also. In other news, guys, it's Kendrick's birthday today, and this is what the Wings came out there and did on his birthday.
Yeah, I think they did. I think they did it on purpose. You know, I think they did this on purpose. It's okay. It's
supposed
okay.
to be a present for you.
It's okay. Well, I mean,
Kendrick,
you want to call
Kendrick, this is our lump of coal.
I guess it's happy birthday to me.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Woo,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
the sidestep. That's the Jason Tatum sidestep.
Even Courtney Williams looking like, wow.
He recorded like, boy, she going off today. It seems like everybody goes off on the Dallas Wings, whether it's a big or 3-point shooter or point guard. Somebody always careering off.
Man, look at that triple team on Paige.
Yes, you're gonna see that all year because there's nobody else there.
Hey Kendrick, this L or a couple oh no, what happened there?
Woo.
Wow.
Listen, we knew this L was coming.
Yeah, we know it's gonna be this bad though. But when did it happen, Kendrick? In the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter. And it happened when Coach Jose brought Enrique back on the floor. He brought Enrique back on the floor, and then the dam broke.
Yeah. No, Kendrick, I was saying you want this Wings L or a lump of coal for your birthday. Which one would you prefer?
The Minnesota.
I'm gonna guess a lump of coal.
Yeah, lump of coal. Listen, it was so bad. The Minnesota Lynx was dancing at the end of the game. It's like candy. And it was like taking candy for a baby.
Funny how they danced to a song that metaphor for cocaine, but neither here or there. So
electric slide, my good.
Where do you want to go first? You want to go Jose or you want to go Paige and Odyssey Sims? It's your birthday. I'll give you the first shot.
Let's save the worst for last. Let's go. Let's say the worst for last. Let's go with Odyssey and Paige.
Okay. Here we go. Odyssey and Paige.
Stretch of games.
We just gotta figure it out. You know, it's a long season. We have highs and lows. We just gotta figure it out. We gotta find a way.
And then for you, Paige, in the broadcast they mentioned that you visited the park where you grew up playing back in Minnesota. Just wanted to get your thoughts on how special it is for you to be back in your hometown, have those moments to see, where you grew up playing and just be surrounded by the people that you grew up with as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I've always went when life was lifing. And so, I mean, this stretch has been tough. Losing is tough. People got stuff going on in their personal lives. At the end of the day, like, life is bigger than basketball. So to go kind of heal my inner child, go back home to where I fell in love with the game, go visit that park, walk the same walks that I walked as a kid. And I don't really talk about myself often, but just to kind of reflect on the journey that it's been to get here, it was really refreshing. Just to be able to settle and be balanced in life with all the exterior pressures and all the things that life can throw at you. So very grateful to be back home and to get that experience. And I was happy to do that.
Rob, go ahead.
Thank you, Rob Tianson from the Pony Finish. Kind of building off of Sophie's question, Paige. You know, when you're kind of going through a stretch like this, what are you learning about your team's heart and resilience? And as one of the leaders of this team, how do you try to ground yourself and also keep perspective, like you said, there's more to life than basketball, but also kind of keeping courage as well?
Just staying positive. We won 6 in a row. Everybody was over the moon. Everybody was feeling great. We were playing good individually, but you got to embrace the hard as much as you embrace the good. And that's what happens in this league. You go through stretches of great, you go through stretches of bad, and it's all about how you handle adversity. And nobody's going to be able to get us out of it than us. So to voice that and to keep a belief. We know what we're capable of. We know what we have in our locker room. So to just keep that belief.
Christian, go ahead.
All right, my question is for Paige. I'm just kind of wondering, could you speak to the importance of having AZ out there? You know, when she came into the league, everyone was saying it's a three-point shot, but the spacing she gives you guys on the floor to create shots, whether she's on the ball or off of it, and then Jess leaving early with the ankle issue.
Yeah, I mean, like you talked about, she just provides spacing. She's a threat on anywhere offensively on the floor, so teams really guard her, really try to prohibit her catches. And she can also create off the dribble and create her own shot, so it's just another weapon to have on offense. And then Jess is just our Swiss Army knife, so having her out, we're missing a lot, but we have a deep team, and I believe in everybody that comes off the bench, so everybody's just got to step up and not replace those guys, but just do a little bit more to make up for that.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Kendrick, any pushback with what they had to say there?
No, man, but they don't believe a word they saying. they know they could. they know they could. Listen, it was kind of funny seeing Odyssey repeat the same thing. She looked pissed off, repeat the same thing to her coach. Basically threw them under the bus on Friday night, talking about we just got to rely on each other. We just got to rely on each other because they know the head man up there, so-called head coach up there. Listen, we know he'll jump out. We know we can't rely on him in that back alley. We know he'll jump out that foxhole. Hey, he'll be there when it's good and try to steal something mostly credible, boy. When it's going bad, the fingers start pointing, especially starting with him. And with Paige, man, you see how dejected she looks. Listen, she know that they have at least like puncher's chances when they're healthy. When Jessica's out and especially when AZ's out, she know they don't have much. She know unless somebody goes crazy. I know I applaud her for being a good teammate, but this is not a deep team. This is not a deep. It is not a deep team. The coach tells you that on how he coaches with his minutes. He tells you that it's not a deep team because your number, Paige, you're number 2 in minutes, and Jessica's right there behind you at number 3 in minutes per game. So the coach tells you you're not a deep team. So it's bad all around. But the only way they're going to get out of it is themselves. I'm talking about players because the coach has already packed his bags on that and already pointing his finger to get the stain off of him like he normally does. And speaking of stain, let's go ahead and hear from Coach Jose.
Way to segue. All right, let's go. Coach Jose.
Some quick offensive question. It felt like since the All-Star break, some of the empty side actions in particular have been a little gummed up from defenses. Just from your point of view, and I think the Lynx were able to stymie some of those today as well. Just from your view, why do you feel like those actions haven't been, or that spacing setup hasn't been as successful?
Yeah, well, tonight was really tough on that. on that side action with the empty side, because we usually run that with Shep, right? And she facilitates and sets the flat on ball screens, and it's the reads off those get actions. And tonight was a little different, but I think the Lynx do a really good job loading up right in open stance and really taking that nail area away, and that length. That length, the length coverage there on dribble penetration, that affects it. But good question.
We'll go to Sophie. Sophie, go ahead.
Hi, Coach Sophie Dumont with the Ballers Magazine. Wanted to ask you about the lineup that you had with Land, Page, Odyssey, Arika, and Awak. I believe in the first half that allowed you guys to go on that run and get back in the game. Just what did you like about that group and the way they were performing both offensively and defensively?
Sophie, I was very, very proud of our group in regards to their energy and their effort and their enthusiasm, coming off of how we played against Golden State, right? And playing without AZ and playing without Shepard, to come in here and against a very good basketball team. And I thought we gave us an opportunity. That big three at the end of the half, and then that third quarter. And K-Mac had a super night. She made shots. But the one thing that we talked about was the live ball turnovers. We gave them too many extra possessions, and they capitalized them. That was the difference.
Christian, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Through the first two games against the Lynx, I think K-Mac had 27 points, and of course today she breaks the NBA record for threes, and it has
Not sure what happened there, but it just cut off. See if you can unmute your mic, Kendrick. Never mind. I see.
Well,
okay, I got you.
It's on me. It's on me. Well, I mean, hey, a perfect ending to a horrible day. I'm not saying I'm mad at it, but let me speak on what he was talking about. What was he talking about? In that presser, what we was able to hear. Listen, it's just more the same with him. Now it's we're missing AZ and we're missing Jessica, and that was the first thing he did is much of the excuses. You were in the game, so and that's without AZ and without Jessica, and the fourth quarter got away from you. You talked about Caleb McBride or K-Mac, he wants to say, was had a special night. She's been having a special night against this basketball team the whole season. I think she's averaging like 29 points. So this ain't her first time this season drilling the Dallas Wings. So it was unfortunate that they wasn't able to devise a plan to take her away from that. She ended up having her all-time high. So that goes to the defensive assignments he so-called puts out there. Yeah, man, just same old with him right now. You know, the only thing good about that post-game presser is that I don't have to hear another one until Wednesday. So that's the only good thing that came out of it. That's the only thing good I can come out of it. He's got to the point where he just annoys me now. I'm glad he's like to say that was a good question to whoever it was. I guess he liked that question because it didn't. It was basically a bland question that he didn't have to use a lot of brain cells to answer. He can just talk in basketball code because that's basically what it was about. Just a basketball question. Somebody said so before. Everybody knows how I feel about Coach Jose. I don't think he's that good of a basketball coach. He has more moments in the pressers pre or post than he actually
His best
does
days are behind him already.
out there on the court where that's his damn job to do. When he actually wants to do his job, because
or should say his best games are behind him already.
Like I said, he likes to sit on his ass a lot, especially when the other teams go on runs and have his team try to figure it out themselves. Yeah, speaking of behind, like I said, his behind's been on sitting on them seats other than actually coaching. Yeah, man. Listen, like you said before, Walt, these college coaches, on the job training coaches that unless you're getting Don's Daily or Gino, it's not even trying to look that way, because those coaches have to have on the job training, because they're going into a new league themselves. And I'm not giving Coach Hosea out. I'm not giving him out because he talks a big game like he ain't new to this. But obviously, if you look how he doesn't know how to challenge stuff. He doesn't know how to call timeouts. He doesn't know how to close out runs. He doesn't have
He likes to go in games and timeouts. I'm sorry. He likes to go in halftime and in the games with his timeouts. He likes to go home with his timeouts. He don't
with
like
his timeouts. That ain't much there. And like I said before, that's the reason why he was at South Florida, Tampa, in Tampa for all those years, and nobody heard a damn thing about him in the college ranks, unless he was
I
a
was looking for
diehard
his
college
championships.
basketball
I struggled to find him though while he was at Tampa. Maybe I'm just crazy.
You find not that, not NITs, not conference championships, nothing. But Kurt Miller thought this was on the beginning. Guess that's proof, man. If you have one hell of an interview, you can fool some of the people all the time. All you gotta have a great interview.
Not necessarily. Jason Kidd had an interview and then he got fired.
All right,
a couple weeks after.
You ready for the stats and the facts?
Yeah, hold on 1 second, because
you ready for stats and facts?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I think I have that full interview from Jose now. Let's see.
Oh, great.
Somebody said, should Kurt Miller be fired?
The gift keep on giving.
Should Kurt Miller be fired? Okay. So that's a new one. Okay, let's go back to the see, can we get Jose here?
Since the All-Star break, some of the empty side actions in particular have been a little gummed up from defenses. Just from your, I mean, not taking anything away from her performance, but against the Lynx, Caitlin came back, had 27 points, and of course today she breaks the NBA record for threes and it has a career high. I mean, not taking anything away from her performance, but it's pretty clear that she doesn't have that kind of game if AC Fudd is here. It felt like through the third quarter, maybe throughout the rest of the game, they were kind of hunting the mismatch. I'm just wondering if that's something that you saw. It just her importance overall defensively.
Yeah, a little bit of both, Christian. I thought some of the threes were totally uncontested, and she's too good, right? And a couple of them on ghost, we don't switch. We go under on two flares, and someone like her, who doesn't need a lot of time, and she knocks them down.
Rob, go ahead.
Thank you, Rob Jansen from the Podium Finish. But from a culture and character standpoint, when you saw the team fight back with a 15-2 run in the third quarter to tie it up, what did that tell you about your team's heart? How do you leverage that resiliency to keep morale high moving into the next games?
Yeah, Rob, like I told our team, Golden State and at Atlanta, that was the only two times all year I've really questioned our team's effort and our energy level. And I thought today, there were times where the ball didn't go in the basket and we defended, right? Rob, I told this group, we're in a tough stretch with the type of schedule that we're playing, right? Shouldn't deter the fact that this group's won 19 games. They won 10 the year before, 9 the year before that. So with the change in our roster and free agency and the draft pick and who we have. Um, every team goes through adversity, and it's how you respond, how you continue to come in and work and prepare and watch film and execute. So this group's going to keep battling. They're going to keep fighting. We got a lot of basketball to play for, and we got a lot to play for.
Coach, thank you.
Okay, from that, Kendrick. Now, what do you have to say?
I would have just left the sleeping dogs lie. Oh, because I was happy being done with that, but he just said some of the stupidest stuff. It comes off as excuses, but our schedule. No, your schedule has not been. I just said it. You have had no back-to-backs this year, Coach Jose, except for the manufacturer back-to-back due from scheduling quirk with the New York Liberty. You have no back-to-backs. Maybe the other teams have had like 2 or 3 back-to-backs. So your scheduling has not been that bad. So I don't know what the heck he's talking about. How his schedule's been tough. That goes to so a guy don't have a clue how this league works. He's looking for a way out, looking for excuses. He's talking about we make no excuses, but he's making some. Fact of the matter is this. You can say, listen, the team did fight back. But the end result, the fourth quarter was bad. And he doesn't say anything about that. How this team, once again, in fourth quarters, whether it's game or the game gets away, this team doesn't know how to manage itself in fourth quarters. You know why? Because that's part of his job, being the head coach. I always believe the head coaches are main job in games is to manage the start of the game and the end of the game, the first and the fourth, and the fourth quarter, and he's pulling both of them. So it's kind of obvious that he looks. Oh, we came back. We just well, that's been the story of the season, Coach Jose, and he likes to put out where this team won 9 games and 10, which is true. They've won 9 and 10 games. So I guess he wants to give himself a pat on the back that this team
What happened
won
if we
19
only lose to the we've only been losing to the good
games.
teams?
Well, and then but before you will lose to what basically we're losing to everybody now. So I guess he wants to get a lifetime achievement award for winning 19 games. Good for you. You won those in the first half of the season because you only won 1 in the second half of the season. And you've played 6. Like I said before, man, to me, I'm just done with him. He's a guy that looks like he has nothing except looking to point fingers at anybody else except for what he's doing. And I'm kind of like done with that whole situation with coaches. I know a guy. Listen, me and Walt we've been around the bush a lot of years, and we know what good coaches look like, and we know what bad coaches look like. I'm telling you, it's a bad basketball coach.
And this is a bad coach. This is a bad coach. All right, let's go to the stats and facts, man.
All right.
Since it's your birthday, we'll put this track on for you.
Birthday edition of the Stats and Facts, brought to you by me, myself. I want to answer this question before we get to this. You put it out there on the chat. Question. Should Kurt Miller be in danger of his job? Get to me back on that at the end of the season. Because like I said, Kurt Miller, he's the general manager. He's got to take some responsibility of how the team is put together. He's also got to take responsibility of who is in charge of the team. So get back to me on that. That should he not have his job next season in case they make that change himself? He'll be a new person at the helm. I mean, listen, I like Kurt, good guy, but it's not hard to pick number one. It's not hard to pick number one. That's the easiest pick to do. So it's not like he had to do some jumping jacks on taking the number one pick. He had the first option on there on in back-to-back years. So we'll leave it at that. All right, let's get to your stats and facts brought to you by me, myself, and Walt Chisholm. On this 103-90 defeat, the Wings have now lost what? 4 in a row, 5 out of the last 6, or something like that. They're now 19-14. They're in eighth spot. They're 5.5 up on Portland. I think 6.5 up on Phoenix, but another bad couple weeks, and that could change a really, really different. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Lynx are the best team in basketball again, 27-7. Next up for the Wings, they have Toronto at the CPC
Matharina
on Wednesday night. Yeah, Matharina coming in and say, "Hey man, you see what Caleb McBride did? I know I can give me some on here." But let's get to the stats and facts. The Minnesota Lynx shot 56% from the field, and you say, "Wow, the Wings shot 54%." Okay, good high field goal percentage. Here's the tail on the tape right here. Man, the Minnesota Lynx were 46% from three. Most of that was Caleb McBride and Olivia Miles were draining her threes. They were 18 of 39. Meanwhile, the Wings, boy, they missed this amazing. 6 of 20. 6-20 for 30% on threes to this afternoon. Free throws, neither team took a ton. The Lynx were 5 out of 9 for 56%. Meanwhile, the Wings, they actually won this stat. They were 10 of 11 for 91%. Rebounds in favor of the Wings, 34-24. Offensive boards also in favor of the Wings, 8-6. Assists, 29-24 in favor of the Lynx. Blocks, 3-0 in favor of the Lynx. This is a stat right here that's gonna eat away at you all the time. Turnovers. The Minnesota Lynx are the best turnover team in the W, and they did that tonight. They turned the Wings over 19 times, getting 26 points off those 19 turnovers of the Dallas Wings. That's not good. That'll get you beat every time. When the Wings lose by 13, that's the reason why. Minnesota Lynx only had 11 turnovers, and they gave up 10 points off theirs. Fast break points, 14-11 in favor of the Lynx, and points in the paint in favor of the Wings, 44-34. Largest lead by both teams, 16 by the Lynx, 8 by the Wings. That was early in the game. Percentage, the Lynx had a 70% percentage of the lead, and meanwhile to the only 18% for the Wings in this game. Let's get to the box score.
I don't know if you want to look at these numbers.
Let's go to the losers, and the losers and losers and losers and losers. Ever since the All-Star break ended. Let's start off with Jessica Shepard. She went out with an ankle injury. No updates on that. She turned it pretty bad. Did not come back. She only played 5 minutes in the game. She had 1 assist in this game. She was a -5. Alana Smith, 11 points in 27 minutes. 5 of 13 from the field. Numerous floor burns as she hit the ground more than that will make the landlord say, "Damn, chick, you gotta get up off the floor." 1 of 4 from 3. 8 boards for her. 1 turnover, one steal, just no impact on the basketball game. -12 in this game. Odyssey Sims, like I said, she had a great scoring game, but she was poor on defense out there. 17 points in 31 minutes, but she was one of the main people guarding Caleb McBride and Olivia Miles, and they was like, I put up that they was food to her. But she was 7 of 13 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers in this game. She was a -14. Enrique Gumbawale, what can you say? 28 minutes. She was benched in this game at one point. Then they brought her back in. I guess he felt sorry for her. Or maybe the Dallas Wings brass called them and said, "Hey, you better put her back on the floor." That's Enrique. But she was bad all the way around when she was in there. -26 when she was out on the floor. That's the worst in the game. She only had 5 points in this game. I think she had 6 in last game, and she only 5 points, so that's 11. And back-to-back games, 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 4 rebounds, 4 turnovers in this game, 1 steal. For her, kind of funny that Coach Jose praised her in the press, talking about she's accepted her new role. I wonder how much he accepted this new role, as she just put up 5 points in a game where they were missing Jessica Shepard and Azzy Flood. So it is what it is. Highest paid player on the team, Paige Beckers, 23 points in 31 minutes, but it was a tough night. She was 10 of 15 from the field, so efficient. But like I said, the Minnesota Lynx were devoted to blitzing her, playing 2 on the ball, getting her out of rhythm. But she still had 23 points in 31 minutes, 1 of 3 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 6 turnovers in this game. Like I said, they was turning her over. 3 steals in this game. She was a minus 14. Looked visibly frustrated on the sidelines. Looked even more frustrated in that post-game presser that she's seeing things are slipping away from the Dallas Wings quick and fast. Maddie Secret, speaking of quick and fast, her minutes go quick and fast on this team with Coach Jose. So only 6 minutes tonight, and half of those was in garbage time. She had 5 points.
Looking like quicksand out there.
Huh?
It's looking like quicksand out there.
Yeah. 1 of 1 for 3 for her in this game. She was a +6. A walk, 19 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 6. This is another person. It don't take much to give her flow burns. I mean, there's just nothing there. Like a leaf in the wind. 0 of 4 from 3, 7 boards, 1 assist, 1 turnover in the game. She was a -1. Lee, 27 minutes, 4 points. The it's time moment of the game when she got blocked by Olivia Miles at the end of the game. Olivia Miles blocked her shot, and they called a foul, which it wasn't a foul. But she just got the hell knocked out of her. I mean, how does 6'7" woman get blocked by 5'11", a 6'7", a 6'6", 6'7" woman get blocked by a 5'11" woman? I don't know, but it happened. It's timely. But she does have a cute puppy. 1 of 3 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. She had 6 boards in this game. And she was a -8. Shug, 9 minutes, she had 2 points. She was 1 of 1 from the field, 4 assists, one turnover in this game. She was a +1. Zaza, 19 points in 15 minutes, had a great game offensively. 7 of 10 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. One thing I like about Odyssey, she doesn't settle for 3-point shots. She tries to go to the free throw. She tries to go to the paint and try to get to the free throw line. She had 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover in this game. She was a +8. And hey, we had the first time appearance of Haley Jones. She played 2 minutes. 2 minutes of garbage favorite. Time. Didn't take a shot. Didn't get a rebound. Didn't get an assist. Didn't get a steal. Didn't get a block. Hey, she didn't get a turnover in this game, man. So she had a big goose egg on her +- So, but hey, congratulations to Haley Jones. First time getting some run, even though it was in garbage time for 2 minutes for the Dallas Wings. Congratulations. Speaking, let's get to the Minnesota Lynx. Tasha Howard, 12 points in 24 minutes, the former
future WNBA champions right here.
Yeah, the former Dallas Wings, 6 of 9 from the field, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 2 blocks. She was a +12. Fee, 17 points in 35 minutes for her. 7 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, 4 steals, 1 block. She was a +9. Courtney Williams, 3 points in 31 minutes. She was 1 of 8 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 7 assists in this game. She had 1 steal. She was a +15. Olivia Miles, 20 points in 34 minutes. She was 7 of 12 from the field, 5 of 8 from 3. She shot the ball well. I had a double-double. She had 13 assists, 1 rebound, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. She had 4 turnovers, 1 steal in this game. She was a +15. But my DFW player of the game goes to McBride.
Another.
43 points, her career high. and 32. 16 of 21 and got those in 21 shots. 16 of 21 from the field. Tied a record in 3-pointers in a game with 10 of 14 on threes. My goodness. 1-1 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 1 steal in this game. She was a plus 16. Kayla McBride, my BFB DFW player of the game. Let's get to the bench. Coffee, 4 points in 14 minutes for her. She was 2 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. She's a -1. Husan, 9 minutes, 0 of 2 from 3. She was a -2. Delaware, 8
Kendrick,
minutes.
we got a question here. Lisa says,
sir.
ever since AZ has been out, Jose has not been playing Enrique as much. What do you guys think this is up? What do you think is up with that?
I don't know. I thought her minutes been the same. Maybe you know better than us, but I know the production has gone down because she doesn't have that protection as far as being that presence of a 3-point shooter out there. Listen, I just put it out there. They're 0-3 without her, and they shoot 20 what is that 23.9 or 29.3. I think it's 23.9% from 3 when she doesn't play in those 3 games. So it's a missing. Like I said, she not only she sets the tone defensively because she's the best defensive player on the team, but she also even though she doesn't get a lot of opportunities, she opens up a lot of things for a lot of people because of that 3-point shooting that 3-point shooting touch she has. So like I said before, but hey, there's no excuse for Enrique. She's a vet, right? That's what Coach Jose said he likes because she's a vet. So she's got to figure it out and figure out how to have some impact on the floor, whether AZ is on the floor or not. She's the highest paid player on the team. Enrique Agumawale. All right, let's get back to it.
Do you think Enrique's impacts Jess' ability to look for AZ with having her on the floor? Do you see a difference in the ball movement with Jess and Enrique out? Well, hell, Enrique come down court and looks AZ away all the time. So when she's on the floor,
I would say this today, the wings. Who's that? Lisa? Is that okay? It's Lisa. Lisa.
That was actually who asked that question.
Wing. The wings made their run when Enrique wasn't on the floor. When she got back off in there, like we talked about during the highlights, when Jose brought her back in the fourth quarter, that's when the game got away from him. Like I said, Enrique was a -26. Listen, I'm gonna say this again. Enrique, she's a good person, but she's a bad fit on this basketball team. The only way that not only AZ but Paige is going to grow on this team and be the players that we know they can be. She can't be on this team anymore. She can't. She takes too much stuff away from what they want to do. And now you're starting to see Paige getting shots taken away from her and looks taken away. At least in this great Enrique run she had, people was co-signing for. Notice that the Wings lost all those games. And the lack of activity Paige had, especially in the fourth quarter, because they went going through Enrique and Jessica. That's not how this team won all those games pre-All-Star break. They won those games because Paige, the offense was going through Paige, and Enrique was a third option. Whenever Enrique goes up to top 2 or top 1, the Wings end up catching a lot of L's. But it is what it is. All right, let's get back. Let me finish up these stats and facts right quick. Caldwell, 10 minutes, 2 points. She was 1 of 2 from the field, 0 of 2 from the free throw line. She had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal in this game. She's a -4. And Jaglovia, 4 minutes, 2 points for her. She was 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 rebound. She was -3. And that's your stats and facts over this 103-90 defeat to the best team in basketball. The Minnesota Lynx now have swept the season series over the Dallas Wings 4-0. Minnesota now 27-7. Coming off a back-to-back, the second game of a back-to-back, which they won. The Wings now 19-14. They have lost 5 out of the last 6 coming out of the break. Next up for them is a Wednesday night at the CPC against Matrina. And look, Matrina is licking her lips after seeing what Kayla McBride did, putting up 43.
Kayla McBride can get some run on the wings. I know I can get some run.
I mean, I know I put up 53. I already put up 50. I think I can break the record
this season.
I said, I can break this record right quick against the Dallas Wings.
She said, I put up 53 already this season. And you sending me to Dallas to do it?
Especially if there's no AZ on Wednesday night. No AZ to guard on Wednesday night. Woo-wee. Back to you, Walt.
AZ could do what K-Mac did today, but certain teammates of hers have to make sure to keep her light dim. They don't want her to shine more than others on the team. Well, Kendrick's been saying this since the start of the show. He said that he believes that AZ could be Kayla Mack. AZ should be Kayla Mack right now, according to Kendrick. But her coach is incompetent, is what he feels.
That's the reason why I wanted her drafting this team. I say she could be a Kayla Mack on this team, a sniper, a elite defensive player, a sniper in the highest degree. But hey, the guy who knows more basketball than any of us armchair quarterbacks, he misuses her all the day. Listen, it was a notable slap in the face to Coach Jose and any of the Coach Jose lovers that you saw this game and saw what the Minnesota Cheryl Reeves and the coaching staff she had, how they got her Kayla open, how they ran sets for her, shots for her, getting shots for her over and over again, and why
coming off screens.
This guy, all he does with at least 60 or 70% of the game is has 80 sitting over in either corner waiting for a bailout three. That's just
disgraceful. Call it what it is.
It's disgraceful, and it blows right in his face right there. What a bad basketball coach he really is. And if that's not a fireable offense, after you've seen what Minnesota did with Kayla and what we can do with AZ, and the fact of the matter that hasn't happened this season, it's a fireable offense in my opinion. It's disgraceful and despicable. Period.
Oh man, Wednesday night should be interesting. At least Kendrick's got some.
The only time AZ has went off for 30 is in the damn 3-point competition. That's it. Yeah. That's it. She ain't touched 30. Yeah. She ain't touched 30 since 3-point. This whole year's 3-point competition.
Yeah. Well, listen, next week is going to be a great week here on the show because we're back. We're back and we are back prime time. And I'm excited about it because next Saturday night,
year 31.
Yeah.
Year 31. Yeah,
year 31, baby.
Started year 31 without a Super Bowl. Yeah, year 31 without a Super Bowl.
Year 31, baby. Getting it going next Saturday.
Man, we starting another
season game.
We're gonna start another 30 years.
Yep. About to start a run.
Jesus.
Because we start the run gets ready here.
Back again.
We setting the tone.
I didn't think it get worse after the night.
Did you notice they gave us the champs to start off with? They want to see how we're gonna do. So they gave us the champs. But next Saturday, the Dallas Cowboys take the field. Take on Seattle Seahawks.
Go and feed the champ. Go ahead and feed the champ this soft food. Go and feed the champs this food right quick. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's good. That's good. And you know we see the champs again this season anyway. So it's a preview.
Yeah. That's another hot air coming. But hey, we've seen a lot of hot airs in our day over this past decade since the Cowboys. 30 years? Now coming on 31 years since a Super Bowl appearance. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, next Saturday with the run gets started, the path to SoFi, LA, it starts Saturday. Next Saturday. Next Saturday is just a preview. It's a prelude to what's getting ready to go down this season. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Get ready, Kendrick. Here we go.
Well, all right, Michael Irvin.
so
calm down,
so
Michael
fly,
Irvin.
so
All
fly.
right. Stay out them restrooms. Stay out them restrooms, please. Stay out them restrooms.
That was a record. That was a record that night. That was a record that night. I never seen somebody go to the restroom that many times.
Hey, I ain't nobody. I mean, a bad letter.
Hey, my old lady, she pregnant to go to the bathroom a lot.
Oh,
She
man.
still ain't gone. She still ain't gone as many times Mike Irvin went that night we was at his bar.
Yeah, not that 3 hour period. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, she got a whole human sitting on her bladder. She still ain't went this as many times as Mike Irvin did that night. And why was that guy guarding the door, Kendrick? Maybe we need to get you over there and figure out why that guy was guarding the door every time Mike Irvin went to the bathroom.
Hey man, I don't know. I don't know why it took 5 guys going there with him. Somebody asked my question also. I mean, did somebody zip, flip, and rip for form? I don't know. I mean,
that's the first time. That's the first time. Hey, that's the first time I think. That's the first time I ever think that many people went to the bathroom. We didn't have to guess what was going on at that point in time. All right, man. So what? Wednesday night we'll be back.
Wednesday night.
All right, man. So there it is. Wednesday night we'll be back. But until then, keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars. Always do what's best for business. If we don't see you around, then we'll see you around live this Wednesday and Saturday night when the Wings take on the Toronto Tempo and the Cowboys get the run started.
Hey, Cowboys, Mavs, Rangers, Stars, and Wings fans. It's me, Kendrick, here. I know the season may not or may be going exactly how you want it or not. But hey, like and subscribe to all those bFb DFW content. You see me. I mean, forget about the other guys, because I'm the real star here. But hey, if you want to see Walt, Shams, and Vosh, that's okay. It's okay. But remember, it's all about me. So still, like and subscribe for, me and the other guys. Okay.